mission to help people manage and master their lives. Goalden Hour is a consumer productivity app that connects the realms of task management, scheduling, and self-improvement to encourage people to bring their goals and habits to the forefront of their planning process. We provide insight into different areas of life and nudge our users to reflect often, build better habits, and discover new ways to grow and improve. We really do have a grand vision to change the way people think about productivity and purposeful living, shifting the focus from getting things done to doing the right things. And this venture stems from the realization that we live in a world today where most of us are faced with an endless barrage of events and errands and everything else. And a lot of people get sucked into this busy trap, and they fall into a pattern of reactively handling the latest and loudest issues instead of proactively choosing to work on the most important and essential things. And for the most part, today's calendar and task apps tend to keep us focused on the latest events and the loudest to-dos, rather than the habits and goals that enrich and enhance our lives. What's more, our productivity tools exist in silos. Most people use a variety of apps and other methods to manage their lives, making for a fragmented planning experience and failing to give us a holistic perspective on our lives. So Goalden Hour is a comprehensive planning app that will ideally eliminate the need to use multiple tools to manage your life. As far as we know, there are no direct competitors that offer a similar experience, but there are many specialized solutions in each of these respective domains. We knew that if we wanted to make a lasting impact in people's lives, we'd have to build a solid foundation with a tool to help people manage their events and tasks, that even when they lacked the time and motivation to work on their goals, they'd still fall back on the app for their daily planning needs, and as a result, keep their goals top of mind. And if you're wondering how exactly it all fits together, I'm about to show you a demo of the app. So when you first log in, you see what's on deck for today and a list down below the things you have to get done sometime soon. Now let's say I did my morning routine today, so I'm going to tap on that and complete it. And it was too cold this morning for a hike, so I'm going to reschedule that for tomorrow. And I run out of clean clothes, so I'm going to bump up laundry on the list. Now let's check out the calendar view, where essentially I have a to-do list for every day. And I can go back to any day and see what I missed or what I completed, but I can also go forward to any day to see what's scheduled. And because we're geared towards self-improvement, we have a special interface for routine. So here I can status or schedule any one of my ongoing daily, weekly, monthly habits. And the blue underline represents something that's been scheduled, the blue fill for something that's been completed. I can also view progress in any one of these routines to see how I'm stacking up against what I targeted. But maybe I want to know how I'm doing in an area of life or towards a larger goal that I'm working on. Well, I can check out the goals dashboard here and very quickly at a glance see where I'm doing great and keeping up with everything, aka a bright sun, or where I might be slacking and seeing some clouds roll in. And if I haven't been working towards a goal, in this case, not having enough fun, I see a moon. It's just gone to sleep. And I can deep dive into any one of these categories to see my ongoing routines, what's scheduled, and what I've completed. And if I'm looking for some inspiration, we've curated a goal shopping experience where you can browse different options and either start something that you're interested in or save it for someday. And when you add one of these to your list, you can choose which overarching goal that it belongs to. And that is Goalden Hour in its current form. Ultimately, we want to reach as many people as possible, but we're starting out with coaches, counselors, and their clients as early adopters. Personal life coaching represents the largest portion of the $9.9 billion self-improvement industry, and the customer base is comprised of people who are not only interested in self-improvement, but willing to pay for it. Eventually, we aim to bring self-improvement to the masses, regardless of their ability to pay. Our plan is to provide the app for free and then offer a premium package that includes access to the tool across multiple platforms, particularly a desktop experience for a more optimal planning interface and a more robust way to engage with the product. So why now? Well, the state of consumer productivity reflects an environment in which we are constantly juggling the demands of an increasingly fast-paced business world and hectic personal lives. the need to remember and keep track of everything, coupled with the technological advances of the past decade, has created a billion-dollar market for consumer productivity tools that continues to grow. And why us? Well, I myself am a passionate planner and a little bit of a self-improvement junkie. Goalden Hour was born out of a class project when I was an undergrad at Cornell. Since then, I've worked in product management for a tech company. Kevin is my technical counterpart and a serial entrepreneur. He's very skilled in web and user interface development and has a passion for design. And together we believe that the key to success and lasting happiness is defining your values and discovering who you are, and then spending the rest of your life strengthening those values and shaping yourself into the best possible version of who you are. We hope to make that possible by offering a seamless planning experience that is infused with passion and purpose. And that's a wrap. For anyone in the audience, we are looking for more beta testers and also some feedback on our business model. So if you're interested, please come find me or visit our website. Thank you. Yes, questions?
I mean, what's the difference between this and OKRF?
Yeah, so I think primarily our biggest value proposition is that we combine productivity with personal development. And if you think about a spectrum of a calendar versus a to-do list, right? So with a calendar, you have to schedule something for a particular day at a particular time, and a to-do list is totally freeform. It's not really tied to any time frame. We give you a whole range of flexibility between that. So, you know, if I have a habit or a goal that I'm working on to drink 8 glasses of water a day, do yoga 4 times a week, or watch a movie once a month, I'm not going to schedule every glass of water that I drink. But with my yoga, you know, I may have a class Tuesdays at 3 that I want to schedule versus, you know, just doing it in my living room when I feel like it and wanting to check it off. So we give you that whole flexibility around scheduling. So you can use it like a calendar, but you can also use it more freeform. I think in terms of competing in a larger market, we really want to brand ourselves around the self-improvement piece of it. You know, there's been a seismic shift towards health and wellness and the global consciousness movement, and we really believe that transforming the world begins with transforming ourselves. And I think that mission that is at the core of what we do will sort of be a safeguard against the Googles and the Microsofts of the world that may have productivity tools, but also operate much in a much larger space. Yeah.
You know, as a coach, I give my clients tasks to do, and I know one of your initial marketers coaches. Can the coach program the task in for the user? I mean, do you have that ability where the coach can dictate what's going on, the user all of a sudden sees the task on their calendar or whatever?
Not yet, but I think that's definitely something that we build out for that target market. The concept of like task sharing and insight into what other people are doing in terms of their goals and habits. Cool. Yeah, great idea.
Also, do you have integration into calendars? I know you said separate, but Google or Outlook or anything like that, do you have any integrations planned?
We don't yet, but that's definitely part of the plan.
Okay.
Okay.
How about subtasks? I know there's tasks, but can you do subtasks within tasks?
Yeah, like a checklist. We don't quite have that functionality yet, but we do have the goals functionality where you can group different tasks and routines under a larger category and like see the health on that particular category, but no checklist items as of yet, but on the product roadmap, yeah. Yeah.
So is there a guiding philosophical principle here? Like, I don't know. I mean, you said there was some sort of psychology component or background to it.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess the idea really is to be able to manage all these things at once, because when you think about, most people have a very fragmented planning experience where their events live in a calendar and their tasks live in a to-do list or on a task app or sticky notes, and your goals and habits don't get a lot of headspace. And so by being able to see all these things in relation to each other, you're more likely to prioritize those goals and habits because you're now considering them in relation to the events and errands and appointments and meetings that normally take up most of your time. So it's really about presenting information in a way that enables people to make better decisions about how to prioritize their time. 13 seconds. All right, thank you guys.